Hey guys, this is Shannon with Nearly Organic Noshing. It is Monday night, and to make up for me not cooking for pretty much most of the weekend, we were just so busy, I figured I'd put on a decent dinner on the table tonight. So right now I just started with an apple pie. I pulled out a jar of apple pie filling that I had canned last October, and I'm working on my crust right now. I am not known for pretty crust. My crusts are never all pretty and perfect, but they end up tasting good. So I have the bottom crust already cooking in the oven right now, and I'm going to cut this into strips to go on the top. So I have a lattice work design on top of the apple pie. The pumpkin pie that I had made last week was not a huge hit. Everyone loved the crust, and they loved the gooey filling. The pumpkin, not so much. My son was super disappointed because he thought he was getting apple pie because that's what it looked like. And surprise, not even close to apple pie. So I thought tonight I would just do something nice and make an apple pie. I'm also working on a meatloaf, and I'm gonna do some potatoes and I think carrots, and I'll probably make some rolls real quick. So that is what I'm working on right now. When I get a little further, I'll come back. Okay, this is the ingredients that I'm using for meatloaf. I'm actually not using any beef. I have ground turkey and some ground pork, and I'm gonna add a couple of eggs. I have some Worcestershire, some breadcrumbs, some dehydrated onions, and this is just like a mix of seasoning from Trader Joe's. It's really good. And then I have some garlic. I'm going to crush up and add garlic to it and blend it all together. Okay guys, I have the meatloaf in the oven, and I have some red Bliss potatoes boiling on the stove, and I have some carrots cooking on the stove. The pie is in the oven, and I have some bread rising. So right now, I forgot I had these asparagus spears in the refrigerator, so I'm washing them and I'm going to trim the ends. And I was thinking what would be good, and these are some lemons that I had fermented and I've used in a couple of dishes. I just take one, rinse it real well to get a lot of that salt out, dice it up in little tiny pieces, and that's what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to add some lemon. And then I had some capers in the fridge still, so I'm going to use some capers, and then I'm going to cook it all in some baking grease. And I think that this will probably be quite delicious. I may throw a touch of garlic in there. I'm just going to have to see once it's cooking up how it's going. Okay guys, this is the asparagus spears, and I decided to add just a little bit of garlic and onion, and I sliced up some peppers I had and just threw them in here to give it a little pop of color. So I wanted to have some cherry tomatoes, but it is pouring down rain, and I am not going to brave the rain to go pick some cherry tomatoes out of the garden. So this is what we're going to have. We have the asparagus spears, carrots, potatoes, everything else is in the oven, and it should be done in about 10 minutes or so, and we'll be having dinner. Okay guys, this is the finished product. We have meatloaf and brown sugar vanilla carrots with parsley red Bliss potatoes, a roll, and this is the fresh asparagus spears with the pickled lemon, capers, and peppers. So we're gonna see how that turns out, and this is dinner for tonight. Okay, so I just took the pie out of the oven. Like I said, my pie crusts are not the prettiest. I was in a hurry and didn't take time to really lattice work it all pretty and just kind of put them across so that it's there. But this is going to be dessert tonight, so it's homemade pie crust from scratch with homemade apple pie filling that I had done last October. I'm sure it's going to be delicious.